often as possible. Be sure to join in place for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Blackhawk Christian High School. Tonight on the Voice Network, a battle of Bishop Dwenger versus your Blackhawk Christian Braves. Along with Paul Suvar, I'm Brian Greenwalt. Welcome to the broadcast tonight. And Paul, the weather got to us for a couple weeks. It feels good to actually be back here on the air.
It certainly is. Couple of games postponed due to inclement weather. The weather's certainly getting colder out, but the basketball's hot inside the gym tonight.
Bishop Dwenger comes in at 7-4 on the season. Blackhawk Christian comes in at 12-2. Victorious yesterday in the game over in Illinois in the MLK Classic over there. And so back-to-back games here for your Braves. And we're going to go downstairs right now for all the pregame festivities. And we'll be back with you after the starting lineups. have the starting lineups for tonight's game for Bishop Dwenger. Again, it's Matt Kochanski and Brendan Lytle in the backcourt with Hayden Smithy, John Hoffman, and Jared Lee in the front court for the Saints, coached by Matt Kostoff in his 20th year at Bishop Dwenger. For Blackhawk Christian, one noticeable change, at least since we've done a game.
Yes.
Abe Hicks inserted into the starting lineup for the Braves, replacing Marcus Davidson. Abe Hicks obviously gets lots of time on the court, but tonight he's in the starting lineup. The first tip goes a little awry, and the referee will try it again. And we'll have a violation right away. Bishop Dwenger goes across, I believe, and they'll call Bishop Dwenger for that. Blackhawk Christian will start with the ball. First time I've seen that.
Yeah, seldom seen. Violation off the tip.
Zane Burke throws it into Michael Pulver, and we're underway here at Blackhawk Christian tonight. Bishop Dwenger starts in a man-to-man defense. Abe Hicks on the left-hand side goes down low to Caleb. Stolen by the Saints, and here they come. Number 5, Brendan Lytle, the quarterback on their state championship football team, brings it up. Kochanski with the drive on the left-hand side. Off the backboard, good for 2.
Oh, beautiful pull-up stick right there. Driving hard down to the lane was Kochanski. Pulling up, kissing it off the glass for 2. Nice play by him. Nice
Abe
look.
Hicks, nice look to Caleb. Couldn't get it the first time or the second time. Lytle comes out of there with the rebound.
Oh, look.
Nice look ahead, down there for 2. It's John Hoffman.
Oh, beautiful play right there. Set up there. Hoffman camped right in front of the basket. As the defense rotated around, they shifted away from Hoffman, leaving him wide open for that easy layup.
Dwenger with the early 4-0 lead. Zane Burke looks low to Frankie Davidson. Baseline, couldn't quite get it to go. Rebound goes to Smitty. Smitty with the ball for the Saints, and he'll bring it up. Lytle gets it out to Kochanski. Lytle will set it up. Bishop Dwenger with a lot of interchangeable parts. If you see guys playing all sorts of different positions, that's pretty much the way the Saints play.
Yeah.
They got a lot of guys who can do a lot of different things out there on the court.
Tons of Swiss Army knives out there.
Smithy with 2 for the Saints.
Beautiful curl screen. Little handoff, pocket pass there. Smithy. Pretty 17-footer.
Michael Pulver gets it out to Abe Hicks. Blackhawk really looking to pound it in early. They're going to give Michael Pulver that shot all night. Frankie Davidson with a nice cut on the baseline. Pulver goes in for 2, can't get it to go. Rebound to Smithy, and here come the Saints.
Well, the Braves can't complain with the looks that they're getting. They've all been within 5 feet or less.
Lytle hard off the back rim. Frankie with the rebound for the Braves. Getting good looks, trying to pound the ball inside each time. They just haven't gotten anything to go yet until that one.
Boy, pretty pull up there again. Hard dribble off that screen. Frankie rises up and splashes it down.
Blackhawk will try their trapping full court press. To get it ahead, Jared Lee for 3 off the back rim, no good. And Frankie pulls down the board for Blackhawk. Davidson will bring it up himself, shoots the long 3, and why not?
Frankie tired of the misses from nearby.
And we got a backcourt foul here. Looks like it may go against Dwenger.
Oh, yeah, Hoffman. Might have picked up Hoffman pushing off, setting an illegal screen.
Yeah, Caleb ended up on the floor. They're explaining the situation to coach right now, but Hoffman picks up his first foul of the game. Hoffman, one of the big guys for the Saints. 4 guys over 6'5" on Bishop Dwenger's roster, so for a change, Blackhawk actually undersized. Still trying to pound it inside, though.
Good luck.
Zane Burke, baseline 3, couldn't get it to go, and there's Smithy with another rebound, at least his 3rd already tonight. Kochanski will set it up for the Saints. Up 6-5 early on. Lytle hands off to Smithy. Burke has that assignment tonight. Here's Jared Lee, guarded by First. Jared looking for the handoff, gets it. And Lytle tries to go inside, couldn't get it to go. Rebound goes to Pulver, fighting amongst the trees. They're going to call that a jump ball, and it's going to go to the Saints.
Ooh, quick whistle on that. Pulver scrapping down on the floor at that ball. Looked like he got raked across the arms, but yeah, eyes of the official, dual possession for long enough.
Yeah, he had 3 guys on him, and I think they didn't want anything to happen there too quickly. Smithy with the 3, couldn't get it to go. Nice defense there by Zane Burke. Frankie Davidson brings it up for the Braves. Looks inside to First. And they're going to call the blocking foul underneath on Hoffman. Who slams the court and gets a technical foul called on him.
Wow, Hoffman got called for the Illegal screen pushing off on Caleb First initially. Got called for the blocking foul right there on that play, and out of frustration, slamming the floor down, gets teed up. That's going to count as his third personal, and we've got just over 3 minutes into this game. That's a big call going against Dwenger. Any
technical is a bad play, but when you pick up your third foul, getting that technical, I mean, it's going to hurt the squad for the rest of the half. And
no doubt.
You know, he was frustrated. He felt like Caleb pushed off on him. You understand the frustration. You just got to be really careful in that situation.
Yeah, boy, physical. I think that's kind of their game plan. Dwenger is just trying to body up the Braves, in particular Caleb First. They understand that. I mean, though they have some bodies that are big enough to bang with them, they're still undersized when they're going up against Caleb. 6'10" frame that he has. Well, that's a big hit to the Saints.
Hoffman will come out, and 6'7" senior Jack Kinder replaces him in the ball game. Kinder's done some starting for Bishop Dwenger, certainly in the rotation for the Saints. So Coach Kostoff very comfortable having Kinder out there on the court. Michael Pulver with the ball out top. Abe Hicks sets the screen. Pulver gets inside, dribbles it back out. Looks across court to Zane Burke. Couldn't handle the pass, but it goes out of bounds. Off of Smithy, it goes to the Braves.
Ooh, they're going to have a conference about this one here. It'll look like it might have gone off Zane, and Abe was hustling over to try and get it, but wisely did not touch it before it trickled out of bounds.
Caleb underneath gets it out to Frankie, and they're going to call that tipped off to the Braves. Coach Kostoff, I actually saw him there kind of telling his fans to calm down, don't get on the refs too much.
That's wise. That's a sign of a grizzled veteran right there, 20-year coach at Dwenger.
Zane Burke for two. Sophomore continuing his good play this season. Kachansky dribbling all the way into the lane, now back out. Lytle to Smithy, and Smithy will set things up. Jared Lee out top. Now to Lytle, right-hand side. Looks to Kinder, now left-hand side to Lee. They set the screen on First. Lee goes all the way in. Block shot by First, but Lee gets it right back. Lytle wide open for the three, and the connection is made.
Boy, right place, right time was Lytle. Off the block shot from Caleb First. Recovered and swung out to Lytle from that triple from the right wing. Good stroke by him.
A couple games ago when we were calling action, I think it may have been Concordia, we were watching in warm-ups, and we said, you know what, they don't need to shoot too many threes in warm-ups. Completely different story tonight. I mean,
Totally.
Bishop Dwenger was living out at the three-point line during warm-ups.
Goodness, hoisting.
Frankie Davidson with another two for the Braves. He's keeping the Braves in the ball game up 11-9 right here. 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Smithy with a nice drive all the way in. I think they're going to get Burke out top with a little. Wow, they're going to get Abe Hicks actually for that foul.
Abe Hick with the you got the old arm bar, kind of riding Smithy.
Bishop Dwenger will bring the ball in underneath. Get all the way out to Kinder. Smithy has it left-hand side, guarded by Burke. There's Kinder with the little shot from the elbow. Too strong. Caleb First with the board.
Well, that's a good rebound. It doesn't look like it, but that ball's coming off hot off that backboard due to the heavy miss.
Davidson with a nice take inside. They're going to get the same thing that Hicks was just called for. This time it's against Matt Kachansky. It's his first foul.
Called it on the floor. It looked like Frankie was in the shooting motion at that point, but yeah, they must have got him on that body.
Yeah, the referee made a point to say that was clear out there by the elbow before they even started on his drive. So underneath, inbounds, out to Caleb First. Now Hicks has it out top. Frankie Davidson guarded by Kachansky. He's going to slow things down. Michael Pulver sets the screen.
There we go.
Abe Hicks started in on the drive, and they get Kinder there on the foul against First.
Yeah, Kinder has to respect Caleb First's range. He's out there 17 feet away. He's capable of rising up and hitting that shot. Have to body him up a little bit there. Opens up that driving lane for Caleb.
One thing we'll really have to watch here, that's 5 team fouls already on Bishop Dwenger. We got 3 minutes to go still here in the first quarter. Caleb First out three-point line, doesn't take that shot, goes to Abe Hicks instead. Nice penetration by Abe, threw it up a little bit, I think expecting a foul. Gets his shot back, and they're going to call it out of bounds underneath to the Braves.
I like the aggressive play there by Abe, though, taking his man off the dribble. Slightly out of control as he's kind of gotten to the lane, and that shot was contested, but able to get it off the backboard and at least keep it alive for his team.
Pulver brings it in underneath. They had Frankie Davidson underneath. He just threw it way too hard. Kachansky with the left-handed layup couldn't get it to go. Rebound to First. Kaczynski, I think, could feel the presence
Yes.
of Caleb First there and changed his shot a little bit, actually.
Totally agree. Yeah, two Braves bearing down on him, one being Caleb First. Yeah, that shot was altered, even though Caleb was not close enough to block the shot. He definitely altered it.
Inside now, Caleb First. 3 Saints surrounding him.
There you go.
Michael Pulver with the jump shot, no good. Kinder with a nice board for the Saints.
That's all right. Michael has to be willing to take that shot. Keep the Saints honest. Keep them guarding them tight out on the perimeter.
Well, Pulver can hit that shot as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's got to keep the defense honest there. Abe Hicks, nice aggressive play, pushes Lytle all the way out. There's Kaczynski for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound goes to Davidson. Abe Hicks will push for the Braves. Michael Pulver all the way out. Nice shot.
Yep. Boy, they were guarding the three-point line right there. Zane Burke had camped out on the left-hand corner. That opened up a wide-open lane as nobody slid over to stop Michael Pulver.
Lytle
There's
goes all the way there. A blocking foul against Michael Pulver.
50-50 call on that one. Beautiful drive of the lane hard. Michael looked like he had established position for it. Braved himself up and really kind of took that head on.
He's definitely hurting. He's actually leaving the gym right now as Marcus Davidson steps in for him. And Pulver hopefully just got the wind knocked out of him there. Hopefully he'll be back in. Free throw missed there by Lytle. Davidson comes in.
Frankie is doing some work on the glass in the first quarter.
Caleb First on the baseline. Nice drive. It gets slapped away, but they're going to call Smithy with the foul. On the baseline as he knocked the ball away, Hayden Smithy gets called for his first foul of the ball game.
I like the Saints' intensity. They really get after on the defensive side of the ball. They are not afraid to be physical and to try and exert their will against the Braves tonight. They are not intimidated at all.
Yeah, nor do they have a reason to be. I mean,
No,
Bishop Dwenger's one of the best teams in the area. Come in with a 7-4 record. Caleb First hits that first free throw. That's his first point of the night. Been very active down low.
Yes.
Kind of actually surprising. It's the first time I'm marking him down there.
Yeah,
Second one's also good. Yeah, Bishop Dwenger always known for their defensive pressure, known for their offensive sets, a very patient team. You know, they only average 50 points a game, but they're very active all the time. And like you said earlier, very interchangeable. I mean, any of those guys can play any position out there on the court. Here's Jared Lee underneath. Nice take for 2.
That was a beautiful drop step, hesitation, and then just fading over, kind of using that rim as a protector for himself as he found the right side and kissed it off the glass. Nice play.
Jared Lee is the guy that does the most damage, I think, for the Saints underneath. I mean, he loves to grind. He loves to get underneath the basket there for the Saints. Caleb First gets himself far underneath the basket and goes up for 2.
Beautiful right there. He's been looking for it all quarter long. Finally able to kind of drop step over that right shoulder.
Kaczynski is short jumper for 2.
Beautiful right there. Find the soft spot as the Braves press up on you. Easy 10-footer.
5 guys have scored for the Saints, which just emphasizes, you know, the fact that they love to share the ball, how interchangeable they are. They love to get everybody involved in the action. Frankie Davidson, baseline jumper for 2.
Boy, beautiful entry pass right there by Zane Burke, too. A little wrap around. Difficult angle, but good hands by Frankie to corral it.
Kaczynski all the way in with the left hand, no good. And Smithy tries up, no good. I'm sorry, that's Hoffman, or Kinder underneath there. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Score Blackhawk Christian 19, Bishop Dwenger 15. We'll be right back here on The Voice.
Josh, hi everybody. Don't get me wrong.
Welcome back to Blackhawk Christian. 19-15 is our score. The Braves with a 4-point lead, and we'll start the second quarter with the ball. Frankie Davidson led the team in scoring that first quarter, 11 points for Frankie. He has the ball right now up top. Pass into first is stolen by Smithy.
Beautiful.
Ahead to Lee for two.
Boy, Smithy starts on the defensive side by a good rotation, sending that ball away again, and then pushing the ball up ahead. Hitting his man in stride. Who was that? Was that Kinder?
Lee hit that one.
Lee got that one. Lee put that in. Yeah, beautiful hit ahead by Smithy.
Frankie Davidson, they're going to call him for the offensive foul with the push.
Yeah, good call. Good call. Extending that arm out. Again, they're trying to body up the Braves, whether it's Caleb or whether it's Frankie. Really, anybody on the floor, they're trying to really be uber physical with the Braves tonight. You have to be able to control that action and not allow it to sink into you and get overly frustrated to start creating those offensive fouls.
Lytle guarded by Trinity Clark, who checks in the ballgame for Abe Hicks. Here's Russ Sordelay with the ball. He checked in there at the quarter. Nice screen set by him. Frees up Lytle momentarily. Lee gets it over to Smithy. Drives into the lane. They're going to get Zane Burke with the forearm there out top. It's Burke's first. Doing a good job guarding Smithy so far tonight.
Yes, yeah, Zane is really trying to stick with Smithy. You know, Smithy is the action man for the Saints. I mean, if they can run their offense through him, all of their guys are kind of Swiss Army knives. They're interchangeable. We mentioned that before already, but Smithy's kind of their go-to player.
Smithy there, right corner for three. Off the backboard, no good. Frankie Davidson with another board.
Good look ahead.
Pushes ahead to first, a nice almost steal, but Zane Burke gets it back and goes in for two.
Oh, beautiful. Right there, beautiful pass up ahead to Caleb. Good defense again. Give the Saints credit for getting that ball and knocking it away from Caleb. But Zane, right place, right time, corrals it in and then streaks to the basket, absorbing that contact and putting it down in for two.
35, Jackson Bennett, who checked into the ball game at the quarter as well. He picks up his first foul.
Already into bonus.
Burke hits the freebie. 5 points on the night for Burke. 22-17 is our score. Lytle brings it up for the Saints. Gets it over to Smithy. Now Bennett out top. Bennett, another one of the Saints' big men, 6'9". Lytle gets open for a moment for three. Off the front rim, no good. There's Clark with the rebound for the Braves. Clark, a handoff to Frankie Davidson. Pass just a little too far for first. Good idea as they're continuing to look to pound the ball inside. Saints will get possession. 5-point lead for the Braves. Lytle will bring it up for Bishop Dwenger. Lytle brings it up cross court, gets it to Bennett. Bennett now Smithy out top. Smithy still guarded by Burke. Smithy looking for the screen, gets it from Sordelay. They're going to get a 5-second call against Smithy. Yeah, it's a turnover out of bounds to the Braves.
Yeah, beautiful defense right there by Zane Burke, really bearing down and being within arm's length, forcing that turnover.
That's one of those turnovers, I mean, the defense wasn't right in his face the whole time, so it didn't feel like a 5-second call, but as he calls for that screen to come over, that referee's counting that whole time.
Oh.
Marcus Davison gets the bound off the alley-oop miss. Caleb first tries to go back up with it. The outside official is going to come in and call the holding foul, I believe, maybe on Smithy.
Yeah, Caleb got raked over his shoulders. He was going up for that rebound. The ball got knocked away, and it was kind of a delayed whistle there.
Smithy's second foul of the night, the 8th team foul on the Saints. Kinder's back into the ball game, replacing Bennett. Looks like Kachansky getting ready to come back in for the Saints as well. Yeah, he's going to replace Smithy with those two fouls early on here. You don't want Smithy to pick up a third here in the first half. You've already got Hoffman with 3 on the bench. Caleb first misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Nice rebound there by Kinder. Kachansky will bring it up now for the Saints. Gets it in the corner to Lee. Lee tried to look inside to Kinder. Now Lytle gets it over to Kachansky. Screen coming to his right. Lytle pulls up for the jump shot. Kachansky
Boy, tough shot right there. Good contest by Zane. Streaking out in front of him. Nearly getting a fingertip on that ball, but yeah, Kamansky rising up, splashing it down.
Trinity Clark on the outside now for the Braves. Got too many guys over here on the right-hand side. They're going to spread it out. And looks like they're going to get Kachansky possibly on the hold. As the double team was coming, they picked up a hold on the Saints. Yep, that's number 4, Kachansky. That's his second foul of the night.
Wow. Yeah, 19 fouls so far, 5:09 to go in the first half. The Braves are going to be shooting the double bonus for the duration of the first half here. Now, I like what the Saints are doing. Whether Frankie gets the ball down on the block or Caleb first, they are immediately double teaming and sending the extra helper over. And they've really shown some really good discipline in their defensive rotation as well. As the helper comes to swing through and try and steal that ball away, everybody else is aware of that and rotating to accommodate for it.
We've got a full timeout here on the court. We'll take that full timeout with them. Your score is 23-19. The Braves have the lead here on The Voice.
Free membership to support us during the entire weekend at least. Just bring proof of residency and 7th grade status with you to sign up. We can't wait to meet you at the way. Question. When you walk out of the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Indiana, who are they? When you're working for a major recycler with strong ties to our community, who are they? When you encounter a group of people eager to roll up their sleeves, who are you most likely to work with? Answer. Men and women who played high school greater good. These are qualities we expect of our leaders. And are being cultivated in our schools right here in Indiana.
Welcome back to Blackhawk Christian. After the timeout, Frankie Davidson still at the line. Second one off the front rim, no good, and the rebound goes to Kinder. Next team foul for the Saints, as you mentioned, will be the double bonus for Blackhawk Christian. Tried to cross-court pass, and Caleb first went up for it, and I can't tell if they're getting him or if they're getting Kinder for that. I believe they're getting, it looks like maybe they're getting Kinder on that foul.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Kinder with that foul. That is his second of the night. Really, that was kind of a free-for-all. In football, you would say let him play on that one, but in basketball, you probably had to call something there.
Whistle's got to be blown. So much contact. Bodies flying around.
Good play, though. I mean, probably an ill-advised pass there, obviously, by Lytle, but both the players going up for it, trying to get the cross-court pass. And Dwenger, unfortunately, came up on the short end of that one, sending Caleb first to the free-throw line. 2 shots, as we mentioned, it's the double bonus now for the Braves for the rest of the half. And we got 4:56 remaining.
There we go.
Caleb first gets the first. Blackhawk could really put some distance between them and the Saints here at the free throw line here the rest of this half. Second shot is up and in. They got to convert on the free throws, obviously. It doesn't help just to get the double bonus. You've got to make them, and first made them both there. Lytle brings it across court. Nice steal there by Caleb first. He has Frankie running with him. Hand slam by Frankie Davidson.
Boy, your 6'10" guy leading the break right there. Beautiful pass over to Frankie Davidson. Flushes it home.
We got a real quick 30-second timeout here by Bishop Dwenger after that fast break. Try to cool this momentum a little bit, I believe. But, I mean, on that fast break, talk about the unselfishness of Caleb first. He could have gone up. He could have tried for a slam or something himself, but he saw Frankie trailing him. And Lytle committed full way to first on that one, leaving Frankie wide open on that dunk.
Absolutely. Caleb read that perfectly. I mean, to go out and lead the break at 6'10", and then be able to read the defense, 2 defenders, there's a 2-on-2 fast break, and to have both the defenders suck towards you, leaving a wide open lane for Frankie Davidson, who goes up and pounds it down with his right hand.
14 points so far here in the first half for Frankie Davidson. He has more than half of Blackhawks' points. And the Saints will come out of the timeout with Smithy in there still, Kachansky in the backcourt, and Lytle. and the front court of Lee and Jack Kinder.
I like the substitution by Coach Kostoff, getting Smithy back in, even though he has 2 fouls. Get him there on the offensive side of the ball there. Oh!
Jared Lee couldn't get the layup to go, but they're going to call the foul on the shot. And it looks like we're going to get Marcus Davidson on that foul.
Good ball movement there by the Saints. Swinging that ball around as the Braves were seeking to trap in the corners and along the sideline. Lee flashed to the center of the lane, hit him in stride. Nice little drop step again. He showed some decent footwork down around the rim. Able to get that contact. He was upset with himself because he had an easy layup he felt he should have converted.
Off the front rim, Kinder with a nice fight for it with Frankie Davidson, but Zane Burke comes down with it for Blackhawk. Marcus Davidson on the right-hand side as it looks like Dwenger goes to a zone. Frankie goes over to Trinity Clark. Zane Burke in the corner, thought about the 3. Guarded closely, changed his mind, brings it all the way back out.
Yeah, smart. Good play right there. Good play. Slow it down, recognize the defense, set up your zone offense against it, and then start attacking.
I'm not sure Blackhawks figured out this zone quite yet. I'm not sure they know exactly what the Saints are doing, and they'll figure it out here at some point. Out of bounds, nice play there by Smithy.
Yeah, I think it's a smart play by the Saints to go into a zone defense with the foul trouble that they're in currently. That zone kind of protects them a little bit, allows them to kind of shift over and rotate as the ball swung around, protect some of their players who are in foul trouble, hopefully from picking up that 3rd foul, or in Hoffman's case, his 4th.
Abe Hicks checks into the ball game for Trinity
Nice
Clark.
look.
Alley-oop, Caleb first, couldn't quite get it to go. Nice rebound there by Kinder. It's not the first failed alley-oop tonight.
It's not.
But against the zone, it's not a bad play.
Yes, up over the top right there, you got the length of Caleb to try and flush it home.
They're going to call first on that foul as he's probably too far out front trying to get the penetration there by Kachansky.
Yeah, smart move by Kachansky to attack Caleb first off the dribble. Caleb's got good lateral quickness, but Kachansky bested him in that situation.
Lytle will trigger it in for the Saints. It's Kachansky in the backcourt. Here come the Saints with 3.5 to go in the first half, down 7. Kachansky on the dribble, gets it over to Lytle on the right-hand side. Lytle guarded by Abe Hicks. Screen coming there by Lee. Lee tried to roll a basket, nothing there. Kachansky now left-hand side. Gets it to Lee, guarded by First. Back out to Kachansky, setting it up again. Kachansky with a nice dribble, but they're going to call an offensive foul. Must be maybe an illegal screen down low. Looks like Kinder will pick up that foul. That is his 3rd.
Oh, goodness. 2 guys with 3 fouls for the Saints thus far. Got a substitution hopefully coming in for Kinder.
Yep, Bennett back into the ball game for the Saints. The good thing, if there is a good thing for Coach Kostoff, is he's replacing size with size right now.
That is true. Great point.
When you got 4 guys on your roster over 6'5", and they're so interchangeable, you hope that there's not much drop-off when you bring in the guy off the bench. Zane Burke couldn't quite get it to go. First only had one hand on it, tried to go up with it. Abe Hicks missed it, and a nice rebound there by Hayden Smithy.
Boy, in the first half, it feels like the Braves have missed six or 7 shots from 5 feet or closer.
Yeah, they got to figure out when that lid's on the basket and when it's off, because they've had some nice looks underneath that just haven't rolled in.
Goodness.
Kachansky, nice penetration against Davidson, puts it up, no good. Fights for his own rebound, and I think they're going to get Marcus Davidson, I believe, on that foul.
Yep. Yeah, it must have been on the rebound.
Yep, Marcus got that one. That's his 2nd. Couldn't tell if he was going to try to call Kachansky on that one or Marcus, but it made more sense for Marcus to pick that one up.
Yeah. Well, Kachansky's done a nice job of dribble penetration. Last 2 possessions down here on the offensive side for the Saints, whether it's been attacking Caleb first or going after Marcus Davidson off the dribble. Kachansky kind of showing off his quicks, trying to get to the rim.
Michael Pulver checks into the ball game as Kachansky makes the first free throw. 7 points so far tonight for Kachansky. He's definitely one of those Saints who can score in double figures every night for the Saints. Second one's up and good.
Yeah, really impressed with the Saints. They're fundamentally sound. They're gritty. They're tough. Not intimidated at all coming into Blackhawk Christian tonight. Really putting up a good fight.
Pulver running point on this zone. Caleb First pops up
Nice
to the
look.
free throw line, and a nice bucket there by Caleb First.
Boy, that is just good offense, taking what the defense gives you. Caleb First has that 15-foot range right there. Nice soft touch.
Well, in that middle right there on the free throw line can often be a soft spot in the 2-3 zone, and he took advantage of that there. Abe Hicks is going to pick up that foul, tugging on the shorts, it looks like the referee says. Second foul here tonight on Abe. They just took Marcus Davidson out of the ball game with 2 fouls, but looks like for now at least he'll keep Abe in there. First one's in there by Lytle. 4th point tonight for Lytle. Lytle only a sophomore. Getting great football experience this season, as we mentioned earlier, on that state championship team, and trying to carry over that success to the basketball court. And that's 5 points tonight for the quarterback turned point guard for the Saints.
Absolutely. You can kind of tell he's a football player, too. Just that tough, gritty, hard-nosed mentality that he brings to the court with him.
Michael Pulver had that shot probably. Gave it to First, but First didn't have anywhere to go that time on that zone. Now they'll set Frankie up around the free throw line as Pulver continues to dribble. Left-hand side now, Zane Burke in the corner for 3. Off the front rim. Tracks down his own rebound. Nice job there by Zane.
Yeah, that's the deficiency in zones at times. Those long rebounds, it's hard to check your assignment. Find a body in your vicinity. You're susceptible to those long rebounds.
Abe Hicks, free throw line extended for 2.
Beautiful aggressive play right there by Abe. Again, very simply just taking what the defense gives him, cutting into that soft spot. Nobody came out to meet him. Rise up for that 12-footer. Oh,
and the 3 there by Jared Lee.
Boy, nice shot right there, forcing Caleb to come out a couple steps than what he's accustomed to.
The 3-point shot, not always Lee's preferred shot, but he can certainly make them. We've seen him make them earlier on in the season. Pulver gets it over to Burke. Pulver still trying to figure out this zone. They get it inside to First. One dribble, Abe Hicks open for 3 on the left-hand side.
Abe
Hicks starting to warm up for the Braves. 34-27.
No hesitation there by Abe. Says, you're going to leave me open, I'm going to rise up and hit it.
Hicks inserted into the starting lineup tonight. He's been doing a great job of scoring for the Braves here as of late. Most of the time off the bench, providing that spark off the bench. Kachansky has it left-hand side. Bennett's going to set the screen. Pulver goes under it. Now they got Smithy out top for 3. Off, no good.
Oh, nice.
Abe Hicks with a nice rebound for Blackhawk. And as the quarter comes to an end, it's off the backboard and no good. We've reached halftime here at Blackhawk Christian. Your score, the Braves 34, the Saints 27. We'll be back with second half action here on The Voice.
Question. So where are we for all time of leaders? Answer. High school sports. This message was sent by the High School Athletic Association and the Illinois Scholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthy idea, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans of the greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We have a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, FLL classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with furniture available. The greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Illinois, who are these? Answer. We can depend on. Answer. High school sports. This message presented by the High School Athletic Association and the Athletic Administrators Association.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your trusted choice in Northern Indiana. For 30 years, we have treated all walks of life, from peewees to professionals and Olympians and everyone in between. As a patient, you can schedule at any of our 18 conveniently located clinics without a doctor's order, and we communicate with your physician throughout your treatment. IPT is a cost-effective therapy provider who accepts all insurance plans. We offer the highest credentialed and most reputable staff in the area. We're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and can schedule you the same day you call. You can find one of our 18 Indiana physical therapy locations near you. Choose IPT to get back to work, life, and play today. Celebrating 30 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
The debate about sports specialization by high school athletes continues. Some high school athletes who play one sport all year long have a better chance of landing a lucrative pro contract. But that's simply not true. Also participated in high school track and field. 19 also played basketball. Some also played baseball and lacrosse. Let's look at the success for high school athletes here in Indiana, no matter what their goals might be. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Partially misconceptions about collision repair, but you are Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance representative said the shop you selected isn't on their approved list and you should choose from their list.
False. You are not required to visit these shops, and doing so could put you at a disadvantage in settling your claim and receiving a high-quality repair.
In business since 1950.
High school sports. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Administrators Association. The debate about sports specialization by high school athletes continues. Some high school athletes who play one sport all year long have a better chance of landing a lucrative pro contract. But that's simply not true. Also participated in high school track and field. 19 also played basketball. Some also played baseball and lacrosse. Let's look at the success for high school athletes here in Indiana, no matter what their goals might be. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, welcome back to Blackhawk Christian. We're about 30 seconds away from second half action here on The Voice. Along with Paul Suvar, I'm Brian Greenwald. Thank you for joining us tonight. 34-27 is your halftime score. Blackhawk Christian with the lead by 7 up over the Saints. Bishop Dwenger will start the second half with the ball. And, Paul, I think, obviously one of the storylines in that first half was the foul trouble for the Saints.
Ooh, a lot of whistles in that first half. Both sides of the ball, but especially on the Saints side of it for sure. Yeah, a couple guys with 3 fouls before the end of the half. Hoffman, who picked up 3 fouls in the span of about 3 minutes and 10 seconds, had a seat on the bench for the majority of the first half there. So we'll have to see how it plays out, see what kind of defense the Saints come out with in the second half, trying to contest the Braves. They finished the first half in the zone. We'll see if they stick with it for the second half.
Smithy in the lane, short, couldn't go, and Frankie Davidson with the board. We've got Smithy for only 2 points there in the first half. Obviously, under what he'd like to be scoring there in the first half. One of the leading scorers for the Saints coming into the ball game.
Yeah, such a key cog for the Saints right there. they're going to look to him to continue to shoot the ball, become aggressive, and hopefully see some of those shots fall for him.
And just as you predicted, Dwenger did come back out in the zone. Frankie,
I think it's smart. I think it's smart. It's wise to try and protect your players. You know they're in foul trouble.
Michael Pulver swings it over to Abe Hicks. Pulver running the point in this zone offense. Zane Burke will shoot the three from the right-hand side. And a long rebound goes to Lytle. He pushes ahead to Kaczynski. Oh, nice block shot there by Zane Burke underneath. Michael Pulver's the one that pushes now, and Davidson goes hard inside, and they'll pick up a foul on Jared Lee.
Beautiful on the defensive side of the ball right there. The Zane Burke contest, rejecting that shot away, landing the ball in Michael Pulver's lap, who sprints up the floor and then leads Frankie with a perfect pass right there, who goes up and absorbs that contact, getting himself 2 free throws.
Jared Lee, one of the Saints who didn't pick up the foul there in the first half. He just picked up his first as Frankie nails the free throw. 14 points at the half for Frankie Davidson to lead Blackhawk. Matt Kaczynski and Jared Lee both with 8 points in the first half to lead the Saints. Davidson in and out with the second one. Abe Hicks fights for the rebound with Jared Lee. It's going to be out of bounds. They're going to call Hicks on the foul, actually. Not just out of bounds, they call a foul on him. That is Abe's third, and he's going to get the quick hook here by Coach Davidson.
Yeah, tough one to pick up, 84 feet from the basket. That's a hard one, especially to get your third one there just over a minute into the third quarter.
Marcus Davidson checks into the ball game for Hicks. And Jared Lytle will bring the ball up for the Saints, trailing by 8. Marcus Davidson picks up the assignment on Lytle. Hoffman hands it off to Kaczynski. Now Smithy out top. And they're going to get Zane Burke with the push off. Zane Burke, that's his second foul, as Smithy looked for the penetration in the lane. Well, still quick with the whistles here.
I was going to say, we know according to the first half that they're not, the officials are not shy about blowing the whistle, and at the onset of the second half, we're seeing that continuation. You just have to adapt. You just have to be able to adjust to the way the game is called.
Hoffman open for the three, no good. Caleb First, nice position inside for the rebound. Frankie Davidson gets it over to Pulver. Nice penetration. He left it for Caleb First. Nice spin move for 2.
Boy, beautiful play right there by Pulver to create that. And then using the offhand by Caleb First. Looked like he actually absorbed some contact there as well.
Lytle has the ball out top. Jared Lee guarded by First. Gets it to Smithy. Over to Kaczynski on the left-hand side. Hoffman looking to set the screen. Kaczynski rises up for the jump shot. Nice shot there by Kaczynski.
Boy, simple action there by the Saints. Screen by Hoffman. Kaczynski rises up from 17 feet as Pulver tries to dive underneath the screen. Wide open shot for him.
Marcus Davidson, right-hand side. Tried to get into Frankie Davidson. Steal there by Lytle. Lytle looked to penetrate against Pulver. Here's Smithy with a three-pointer. Off the back rim. Caleb First with the board. Dwenger thought there was a foul there on Smithy's shot. Frankie Davidson on the penetration, and they're going to call the blocking foul against Dwenger.
Uh-oh.
And that's Hoffman's fourth there, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, 2 minutes deep into the second half, and Hoffman's got to go to the bench with his fourth foul. Good recognition right there by Frankie. Again, understanding where Hoffman was at, and then taking it into his body, trying to create that contact, draw that foul.
Frankie's got 2 shots here. First one is good. Davidson was 16 tonight. Jackson Bennett came into the ball game to replace Hoffman. Again, we mentioned it earlier. One advantage for the coach is he replaces size with size.
Yeah,
as
that is nice.
Bennett comes in at 6'9", the tallest guy on the roster, actually. Frankie Davidson hits another one. 17 points so far for Frankie. 10-point lead, 39-29, as we approach 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Jared Lee gets it left-hand side to Lytle. And they got the moving screen there, I believe, against Jared Lee.
Yeah. Good call on that as well. as he tried to set the screen on Zane Burke. He was absolutely moving as he initiated that contact. Good call by the officials.
And Blackhawk will take the ball. The official, unfortunately, has to come present the ball to Blackhawk right next to the coach.
Yeah.
The coach may say a little word to him. Hey, how you doing? How's the wife and kids?
Let me bend your ear for a couple seconds here.
Pulver drives in the left-hand line.
Look.
Nice dish off to Caleb Frost for the flush.
Boom. Beautiful penetration right there again. The one advantage, if you're not going to guard Michael Pulver out on the perimeter, he's going to get ahead of steam as he takes it to the basket. Drawing defense to him. Little pocket pass there to Caleb Frost. Two-handed gorilla dunk.
There aren't too many guys quicker off the dribble than Michael Pulver.
Beautiful, yes.
And he knows what to do with the ball when he gets underneath. Kachansky now. Smithy looking underneath, and they're going to get Pulver, I believe, for that one.
Pulver and Lee in a wrestling match down there. Lee looked like he had Pulver in a full Nelson. But absolutely, Pulver initiating contact, doing everything he could to try and stick with Lee, who's very accustomed to being down on the block.
Yeah, the cruiserweight versus the heavyweight there on that one.
Yes.
And as much as I'd normally give that one to the heavyweight, Pulver is kind of scrappy.
True.
Jared Lytle Brendan Lytle with a very nice three-pointer.
Oh, big shot right there for the Saints. Try and keep this lead of the Braves underneath double digits. Cut it down to 9. Stay within shouting distance.
Pulver over to Zane Burke on the left-hand side. Cross the court now, Marcus Davidson.
Oh.
Looks to Caleb First, almost knocked away by Lytle.
Dangerous. Ooh.
And the pass is thrown away by Frankie Davidson.
Oh, there we go.
Pulver gets underneath there, and they're gonna call the timeout. They do get the timeout.
Wow, what hustle.
Nice heads-up play there by Michael Pulver to get the timeout called there. 30-second timeout. I honestly wasn't sure he got the timeout because they were really fighting in there for it for a while. I wasn't sure what they were going to give that one there.
Yeah, there was a lot of hands clawing all over that ball right there. And eyes the officials. They must have had possession. Pulver must have had singular possession for long enough to be able to call that timeout. Again, unfortunate on the offensive side is Frankie was trying to slip that pass into Caleb First, cutting down to the rim, ended up ricocheting off of a Saints defender. It looked like it went off his knee, which typically you would see as being a kick ball if the defender is trying to kick the ball. But in that case, it didn't look like the defender was sticking his leg out to actually deflect it. It just ricocheted off. That's where the scrum kind of took place from there as the ball kind of started coming back towards the Saints side on offense. The scrum took place at midcourt with Michael Pulver getting his nose dirty there.
And Pulver gets the ball in the backcourt. Braves ball, 41-32 is the score. Zane Burke gets across court to Marcus Davidson. Michael Pulver out top, still trying to fight the 2-3 zone. Davidson will shoot over the zone, off the rim, no good. First tip, Davidson for the slam.
Boy, beautiful right there. Again, Caleb First keeping the ball alive, tipping it to his compadre, Frankie Davidson, corrals it in and goes up and gorilla presses that.
Smithy, left-hand side. Jared Lee comes over for the screen. Smithy, nice shot fake,
Beautiful.
And he buries the three. Beautiful play.
Just good offense right there by the Saints, Smithy in particular. Give him a head and shoulders, allow Zane Burke to fly on by, set your feet, and go up and confidently stroke that from 3.
A little discussion here now by the officials. I think the referee stopped play just to tell the bench to sit down there for Bishop Dwenger. I think they were just celebrating the 3. Obviously, they've had some disagreements with the officials. I think the official was trying to stop any of that. But right there, I just think the guys were celebrating. They hit a big three-pointer.
Yeah. Huge shot right there again, trying to trim this lead down to 8. Maintain contact with the Braves. The Braves there have been instances in this game where it feels like they're going to hit the accelerator and kind of put this game out of reach. And each time the Saints have been able to kind of cut it and keep it within single digits. 9 down to 8 now at this stage. Good resilience.
Frankie was going to go up for the shot. Nice play there by Trinity Clark to get the ball back for the Braves. Nice awareness there by Trinity that ball was coming right at him there. Michael Pulver out the top of the zone. Frankie Davidson will shoot the long 3.
Oh, Frankie with an answer.
Frankie shot over the zone that time. He did have a guy up in his face, and he hit it anyway. Jared Lee runs into Michael Pulver and gets called for the charge. I hate to say it, that's not going to make the bench any happier over there.
They're not going to be thrilled with that call. But Pulver's been in position a couple times tonight on the help side defense, sliding over as one of the Saints is driving into the lane. And in that instance, in the eyes of the officials, Pulver got there before Lee did, was able to establish position, absorb that contact, and draw that offensive foul. Good play by Michael Pulver.
From up here, it did look like Pulver had good position. I mean, just from up here it did. So, absorbed the contact by the bigger man and got the charge call. Jared Lee picked up his third foul.
Good defense.
Going up for the slam, got his own ball back and went up for two.
Well, I tell you what, Kinder rejected Frankie, but good awareness by Frankie to crowd that ball back in.
We got, I believe, a delay of game warning against Blackhawk Christian. I think I need to take my headset off because I'm missing some of the action down there, Paul. The referees are all over both benches right now, and
yeah, they're trying to maintain control of the game over here. Down on the Saints bench, I think an assistant coach was given an official an earful.
Smithy, I believe, just picked up a foul on trying to get the ball in bounds. And that's his third. And the ball is going to go right back to Blackhawk Christian. The thing about this game, Paul, I mean, it's two teams. There's nobody playing dirty in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's two teams that play hard-nosed defense.
Yes.
They play aggressive style of play. And it's just guys getting after it. And, you know, the referees are calling it close. And not to the enjoyment of really either bench. I've seen Coach Davidson talking to the officials a little bit tonight as well. The referee's just trying to get a little bit of control to make sure that it doesn't get out of control. Yeah, boy, I tell you, I have a heart for the officials most nights as well. I mean, just it doesn't matter what call you make. There's going to be one side that's not going to be thrilled with it. You're absolutely right. Both of these teams are coming in feeling they've got a really formidable squad, feeling at times that maybe some of those calls that are 50-50 calls are going against them. And yeah, tempers are running hot a little bit, running high, and I credit the officials for just trying to maintain control of the game and giving both benches warnings. They didn't tee anybody up, but they've talked pretty sternly to both benches, making sure that they understand who's in control. Thing Bishop Dwenger has to be aware of, and you know the coach is. I mean, it's his 20th year. He knows more than he's forgotten more than I know. But they got
for me.
3 guys with 3 fouls and 1 guy with 4 fouls.
Yikes. Yeah.
And, you know, he's got a deep bench, but, I mean, he's got to be very careful, and all the players have to know that coming into this. Nice play there by Lee, throwing it off of Frankie Davidson, out of bounds to the Saints.
Yeah, tough entry pass right there, trying to get it into the corner, left-hand corner, kind of floating in over the top, and good defense there by Lee to tip it away and then ricochet it off of Frankie.
Kochanski has it up top now for the Saints as they try to settle into an offense here. Down 48-35. We're just under 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Lee gets it over to Lytle. Lytle guarded closely by Trinity Clark. Clark trying to fight over the screen. Lytle fights in and gets it out to Lee.
Nice look.
Buries the 3.
Boy, beautiful play right there by Lytle to initiate that drive, draw defense to him, and then kick it out to his partner there, Lee, in that right-hand corner. Good rise up there by Lee. They're going to need that. They want to stay in this game. They're going to need to start hitting from outside. Oh, look out.
Dangerous pass there. Zane Burke meets the pass, luckily. Trinity Clark gets it back here now. Nice pass underneath to Caleb first.
Oh,
nice up and in for 2.
Yeah, it's physical by bodying down low, loading up, and then exploding to the rim and kissing it nice and soft off the glass right there. But it looks like an easy shot, but when you got somebody crawling down by your legs, it's really challenging.
Nice penetration by Lytle, and they got Clark out of bounds as he blocked the shot there. And I don't know what's going on there. Looks like Lytle may have been hit in the eye. Hopefully he's all right. Hit in the eye on the blocked shot there, I think. And we're going to go out of bounds to Bishop Dwenger here as everything gets sorted out. Lytle checks out here for just a moment. I'm sure he'll be right back in.
Yeah, trying to collect himself. Had good help side defense by the Braves, rotating over the top there. Again, good recovery by Trinity. Got beat off the dribble, but rising up over the top, blocking that shot. Corralling back in, but you're absolutely right. His foot was out of bounds when he came down with that ball.
14, Russ Sordelay checked in.
Beautiful shot.
Nice basket there by Smithy.
Boy, again, another instance where the Braves seem to be kind of pulling away, but the Saints come back over the top. Another three. Cuts it back into single digits.
Ooh. Frankie Davidson, right-hand side with a three.
Mercy, Frankie. That was a 32-foot shot right there by Frankie Davidson, rising up. Goodness.
He wanted to answer no matter what.
Goodness.
Sordelay, nice penetration there. Up. And it goes off the backboard. No good. Nice rebound there by Trinity Clark. Coach Davidson says hold it up as we're approaching 15 seconds to go here in the quarter. Michael Pulver with the ball now 12. Pulver with the dribble now 10. We go under 10 now to 7 seconds. As they organize now with 5 seconds.
Yep.
Frankie Davidson, long three off the rim, no good. Rebound to Smithy. And as time expires in the third quarter, the score, Blackhawk Christian 53, Bishop Dwenger 41. We'll be back with fourth quarter action on The Voice.
Honey, isn't it amazing? The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
No.
The officials. Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special. The men and women who appreciate their players, too. They believe in giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape. It's still connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason why? You really want to have high school officials. The rest of us, we have less to show about. High school officials need officials. High school sports. Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your trusted choice in northern Indiana. For 30 years, we have treated all walks of life, from peewees to professionals and Olympians and everyone in between. As a patient, you can schedule at any of our 18 conveniently located clinics without a doctor's order.
Fourth quarter action underway back here at Blackhawk Christian. Welcome back to the Voice Network along with Paul Suvar. I'm Brian Greenwald. Blackhawk Christian with the 53-41 lead as Bishop Dwenger switches back to man-to-man for the first time since probably the second quarter, I would say. Frankie Davidson, partly the reason I'm going to imagine for the switch is he was shooting over the zone there at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, that they're certainly more accustomed. Oh,
Trinity Clark with a long three, rims out, no good. And Kinder coming down on the break for Dwenger. He leaves it off. Pulver with a nice save, and Zane Burke has it for Blackhawk. Burke's on dribbled all the way in, finds first underneath. First, couldn't get it to go. Zane Burke had the rebound, but Kinder comes down with it for Dwenger.
Yeah, beautiful pass by Zane to find Caleb down there on the block, but yeah, Caleb I think lost control of it as he was going up to try and finish under the rim.
Smithy has it out top. Now Lee. Lee leaves it for Sordelay. Nice shot up and in. Russ Sordelay for his first two of the ball game.
Aggressive play right there by Sordelay. Taking it right into the body of Pulver. Similar size. Has a couple inches on Pulver. Just goes up over the top.
10-point lead now for Blackhawk Christian as Pulver gets it over to Zane Burke on the left-hand side, guarded by Smithy. Pulver now first with the penetration. Nice right-hand layup. Couldn't get it to go. Got his own rebound, though. Finds Pulver over to Zane Burke. Open for the three. Out, no good. And they're going to get Frankie over the back of Sordelay. And that's Frankie's second foul of the ball game.
Well, it feels like a big possession right here again by the Saints. Every time the Braves feel like they're starting to creep away, the Saints have had an answer. They've hit a long shot from deep. Keep it within single digits. Right now it sets at 10. Big possession here for the Saints. See if they can't cut it into the single digits again.
And if nothing else, it's a mental hurdle that you cross when you get that lead in single digits.
That's a great point. You feel like you're in striking distance at that point.
Michael Pulver picked up his third foul. And ball underneath for Bishop Dwenger. Marcus Davidson checks back into the ball game for Trinity Clark. Nice defense out there by Trinity. Nice hustle out of the senior. Ball in for Bishop Dwenger. Kinder has it up top. And looks like maybe Zane Burke on the hold there underneath. And it is the sophomore. Picks up his third.
6:03 left in the fourth quarter right here. That is the 6th team foul by the Braves. Next foul takes them into the bonus. The Saints going to be shooting 1-1 the rest of the way.
Oh, and there's that foul.
Big possession.
Kinder with a really nice move underneath to get that shot. Frankie Davidson came over late. It was wide open underneath. He's almost better just to let him have that layup instead of picking up his third. And as you said, more importantly, the 7th team foul. So we're working bonus for the rest of the way here.
Coach Kostoff works on those out-of-bounds plays, I'm sure, over and over and over.
Nice rebound by Lee off the miss from Kinder. And Dwenger takes another possession. One official was still talking to Coach Davidson there. Had to get himself back into the action. Underneath, nice pass to Lee on the baseline, guarded by two guys. Nice move there by Kinder, up and in.
Big possession right there. You convert on an out-of-bounds play, get the offensive rebound with the and one, and then trim this lead down to 6. We got a ball game.
Marcus Davidson, the answer for three.
Marcus Davidson.
What a time to get your first bucket of the ball game.
Love it.
Because I'll tell you, the Bishop Dwenger crowd was getting into it, the bench was into it, the guys were feeling it, and then all it takes is one dagger like that, and everybody quiets down.
I love it.
Lytle, nice shot, open for three. Brendan Lytle with a nice shot. He's into double figures with 11, and just like that, the lead's right back down to 6.
Back and forth we go. 5 minutes to play, 6-minute ball game. Really good.
Pulver outside has the first. First gets it to Pulver. Nice penetration by Pulver. Leaves it for Marcus Davidson. Finds first, free throw line extended. Goes up, right there, right place, right time.
That was, you're absolutely right. I'm not sure that was an intended pass, but it certainly got where it needed to be. With Zane cutting down along the baseline, picking in that errant pass and tipping it in.
Lytle with the screen set by Lee. Davidson fights under it. Lytle's going to pull up for three off the back rim. And Frankie Davidson with the board for Blackhawk. Here comes Zane Burke. They'll hold it up. Still man-to-man defense by the Saints. 58-50 our score as we approach 4 minutes left in the ball game. Marcus Davidson out to Pulver. And Caleb first on the left-hand baseline. It's back out to Marcus Davidson. And knocked out from behind. Oh, Smitty couldn't quite corral it, and we go out of bounds back to the Braves.
Oh, Lytle with the pilfer right there. Is able to kind of pick Marcus's pocket, tip it away to Smitty, and then unfortunately for him, just could not control that ball before it trickled out of bounds.
Frankie Davidson on the baseline. And they're going to call the foul out there out front, or on the baseline. That's going to go against Lee, and that is his fourth.
Wow. He went into halftime, no fouls, and we're just about halfway through the fourth quarter. He's picked up 4 already.
Coach Davidson's going to call a 30-second timeout here to possibly set up an inbounds play here. Looks like John Hoffman's going to come back into the ball game for Dwenger. He just hasn't been able to find the court at all tonight because of his foul trouble.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. Absolutely. 3 quick fouls in the first quarter, and then within just over a minute in the second half, picks up his 4th, and he's been sitting for the duration here of the second half. Yeah, they're going to need Hoffman to come in and give him big minutes, present himself to be a big body to bang around with Caleb first down on the block. And hopefully that the Saints, again, trying to crawl their way back into this game, maintaining a single-digit deficit here within striking distance.
Every time Blackhawk starts to pull away, you've mentioned Dwenger finds an answer. Every time Dwenger finds an answer, Blackhawk comes back with a dagger 3.
That's so true.
And it's just been back and forth like that for the whole second half, it seems like.
Yeah, it's an exciting game. It's a fun game. Certainly a style of play that the Braves aren't necessarily totally accustomed to, but you see that when you start getting the 4A schools, the bigger squads, fundamentally sound, extremely physical. Oh!
I don't think I've seen that yet this season. Caleb first with a 3. Goes off the rim. It's out of bounds to the Saints. He looked comfortable. The shot looked The form looks good.
Yeah, he's got that range. He absolutely does. It's just, yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot of that from Caleb here during the course of this season.
Kachansky with the ball for Bishop Dwenger. Down 8, 3.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Tries to go down low to Smithy. Michael Pulver kicks it out of bounds to the Saints.
Again, this feels like a big possession for the Saints again, that they could find a way to make a bucket. You know, get something going towards the rim, draw a foul, make a couple free throws to cut this thing even closer. Try and get the Braves that much more tighter coming down the stretch.
Well, Lytle's hit a big shot for him. Smithy's hit a big shot for him. Kachansky's out there. He's hit big shots for him in the past. You got Hoffman. We haven't had a chance to see what Hoffman's got to bring to us tonight. Smithy finds himself with just a little bit of room for three. Doesn't get it, and Michael Pulver pulls down the board for Blackhawk. 3 minutes almost remaining here in the quarter. Marcus Davidson, right-hand side. Blackhawk not in a hurry right now. They're going to make Dwenger come out and guard them. And Smithy does that now for Marcus Davidson. I'm sorry, Kinder does that on Marcus Davidson. And out of bounds to the Braves.
Got to be strong with the ball. Got to make sure of those passes, even if they're short distance ones. Swing the ball from sideline to sideline.
Lee checks back in for Kinder. Abe Hicks checks back in for Marcus Davidson. Coach Davidson looking for a little ball handling, I got to believe. And Abe Hicks used to play in the point some, so I think he provides that ball handling for the Braves if needed. Somebody other than Pulver out top to handle the ball.
Yeah.
Pulver guarded closely by Lytle. Ooh. And underneath, Abe Hicks gets it cross court. Zane Burke open for three. Off the back rim, no good. Nice rebound there by Smithy. Kachansky comes all the way and hits the layup.
Wow, great body control by Kachansky right there. Just to pull up the last second and kiss it off the glass.
58-52, 2.5 minutes remaining. Lytle guarding Hicks out top. Frankie Davidson has. He's got to be careful with the 5-second call. The referee's counting over there.
Oh, easy.
Caleb first, and they're going to get a foul from behind, and I believe Jared Lee might be done for the night.
Wow.
And it is Jared Lee, and unfortunately that's his 5th foul. Jared Lee's played a great game for Bishop Dwenger tonight. Finishes up with 11 points. And it looks like I don't think was sure that it was his 5th foul, but I believe they are informing the coach that it was. Coach Davidson calling his players over while they sort things out. And Coach Kostoff bringing in Sordelay to replace Lee. That was a situation, unfortunately. I'm not sure Lee knew he had 4 fouls on him.
I think you're right. I absolutely think you're right. I'm not sure he would have been that aggressive with Caleb on that particular play if he knew he was sitting at 4.
Caleb first knocks down the first as we have the 1-and-1 in effect now for Blackhawk Christian. Both teams with 17 fouls.
Great opportunity for the Braves right here. High pressure, being strong with the ball, being confident at the free throw line.
Not a bit of rim as Coach Davidson calls a full timeout. We'll take a timeout with him here. Your score is 60-52. Blackhawk Christian with an 8-point lead. 2:15 remaining here on The Voice.
And we communicate with your physician throughout your treatment. IPT is a cost-effective therapy provider who accepts all insurance plans. We offer the highest credentialed and most reputable staff in the area. We're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and can schedule you the same day you call. You can find one of our 18 Indiana physical therapy locations near you. Choose IPT to get back to work, life, and play today. Celebrating 30 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair. Brought to you by Lawrence Body Shop.
The insurance representative said the shop you selected isn't on their approved list, and you should choose from their list.
False. You are not required to visit these shops, and doing so could put you at a disadvantage in settling your claim and receiving a high-quality repair.
In business since 1951, Lawrence Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrencebodyshop.com.
Are you ready for the end of the action here? Yes, you are. Bishop Dwenger has the ball, is down 8, 2:15 remaining in the ball game. What an exciting ball game tonight, folks. I mean, Both these teams playing their hearts out, really aggressive. Love the style of play out there. Love how hard these guys are playing against each other. Smithy, nice turnaround in the lane. Caleb first with the board for the Braves. That was a great opportunity there by Smithy. Just couldn't get it to go down.
Yeah, turning over his left shoulder right there. Had a good look at it. That would have trimmed it 6.
Zane Burke has it for Blackhawk. Got to watch that 5-second call. The referee is counting and gets it to Caleb first. First guarded closely there as well by Hoffman. Burke guarded by Kaczynski. Michael Pulver cross court, and I believe Pulver tipped that out. Yep, out of bounds to the Saints.
Yeah, great hustle. Hot cross-court pass right there by Zane, trying to find Pulver. Cannot corral that ball in.
That's what you got to be really careful about against an aggressive defense that plays the passing lanes like Bishop Dwenger does. Those cross-court passes, you've got to be precise with them or they are going to pick them off. Kaczynski in the lane for 2.
Beautiful. Big play right there by Kaczynski. Slicing this lead down to a two-possession lead here for the Braves.
Zane Burke with the penetration. They're going to call the foul out top. I don't know if they're going to get Smithy or if they're going to get Lytle on that. And they got Smithy. And that is his 4th foul. 8th team foul for Dwenger. Zane Burke will have a 1-and-1. These are crucial. You got a 6-point lead right now. You can take it back up to a 3-possession game by just hitting one of them even, but obviously you want them both here. The first one is the most important. Nice. And he buries it.
Confident stroke right there by Zane.
Hasn't been a big scoring night for Zane. He's had great defense against Hayden Smithy. And we got a timeout here, a full timeout again by Bishop Dwenger. And we'll just keep it here on this one as we're approaching 1:05 remaining in the ball game. And for Bishop Dwenger right now, I mean, the key there is to score quickly. You got 1:05 remaining, and depending on what Zane does here, well, no matter what he does, you're going to be down 3 possessions.
Yeah, you got to press the ball up, and you have to take best available. You know, whether that is going towards the lane, trying to score at the rim, or pulling the defense towards you and hitting a shot from the perimeter right there. You got to get best available as quick as possible. But give the Saints credit tonight. They have been struggling with foul trouble the entire game. They've got one individual, who's it, Lee, who fouled out.
Yep.
They've got, boy, let's see, Smithy with 4 fouls.
Smithy with
Hoffman
4.
with 4.
Yep. Couple guys with 3.
Couple guys with 3 fouls. They have been fighting an uphill battle all night long, just trying to maintain contact with the Braves, and yet they still find themselves just at single digit deficit here with just over a minute to play.
Yeah, Blackhawk, you've never felt like the game was in control tonight.
Yep.
Dwenger's been right there with them the whole game. As just you've said it before tonight, just as Blackhawk would hit a big shot and start to pull away, Bishop Dwenger would come down, they'd nail a 3.
Yeah,
and Blackhawk would come down as you start to feel the momentum shift, and they'd hit a 3. And that's just the excitement of this ball game tonight. That's how evenly matched these guys are. As Burke hits his second. 9 points tonight for Burke. Here's Dwenger trying to find a quick hitter. Kaczynski, pull up against Pulver, and gets it to go. Nice shot there by Kaczynski.
Soft touch by Kaczynski.
Michael Pulver into Zane Burke. Cross court to Caleb first. Dwenger's looking for the foul. Instead, they got Frankie on the flush.
Yeah, beat it down. You have to shoot any free throws if you just dunk it home.
Kaczynski looking for the penetration. Gets it out. 3-pointer. Lytle couldn't get it to go. They've got, looks like maybe Michael Pulver on the foul. Yep. Michael Pulver with the foul on the rebound. That's Michael's 4th of the night. They got a 1-and-1 coming up here for John Hoffman. 64-56 our score. We're 32 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Good
Hoffman, first one is good.
Yeah, big make right there by Hoffman.
Hunter Burns into the ball game for Bishop Dwenger. I'm going to guess for some defensive pressure. Not to mention he has fouls to commit. Hoffman buries the second. 64-58, 2-possession game. Zane Burke, and he does get fouled by Burns. Wow. Burns is the person we'd like to call the designated fouler on that play.
Coach says.
Coach said, you know
"Go
what?
in."
You haven't fouled tonight. You need in on the action.
Find somebody, rake them across the arm.
On that play, I mean, the coach almost has to bring somebody in like
He
that
got
because
to.
you've got so many key players who are so close to ejection of the ball game that you've got to bring somebody in like that to commit that foul.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's a great point. I mean, to have that many players, on the brink of being disqualified due to fouls, it's you got to bring somebody off the bench, and that's their one mission. If you can't get a steal right away, you got to stop the clock and make them earn at the free throw strike.
Zane Burke has been earning it. That's 4 big free throws for the sophomore coming down the stretch. 66-58, back up to a 3-possession game. Kachansky will take the long 3-pointer, and it is good.
That is big.
Quick timeout here by, looks like probably a 30-second timeout by Bishop Dwenger. Kachansky, that is 9 points in the fourth quarter for Matt Kachansky. He has been putting the Dwenger on his back for this one here down the stretch.
Yeah, huge. Kachansky down the stretch. You're absolutely right. Whether it's floaters in the lane, hitting free throws, or rising up from 3 right there, he's kept the Saints. He's kept the Saints within striking distance, along with some timely shooting from the outside from some of his partners in Lee and Smithy as well. But Kachansky, boy, that was a huge three. Huge three. Keep it within 5. 23 seconds, it's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. You go for the steal initially if you're the Saints, and if you can't, it's an immediate foul. Again, you have to make the Braves earn it from the free throw stripe. And from the Braves' perspective, boy, you try and spring Zane Burke. He seems to be cool, calm, and collected at the free throw stripe down the stretch here. I'm sure that the Braves are confident that he would hit a couple more for him if asked.
The other thing you look for, depending on how aggressive Bishop Dwenger is, you look for something over the top.
Yeah, good point.
Right now they've got 3 guys down here at half court, and Dwenger for a second didn't have enough to match up. Now they do. But you could look over the top. You got your 2 big men down here at half court, in Frankie and Caleb. And they do try to get it into Burke. And Bishop Dwenger had it in the corner, and what is the call? They do get the timeout, it looks like. Yes, he is giving them the timeout. Okay. Although I don't know if they have any timeouts left, unfortunately. Technical foul because the bench didn't have any timeouts left. You hate to see that.
That's so unfortunate.
Aggressive play by the Saints. It's just your intuition to grab that ball, call a timeout so you don't get the jump ball. Even though technically it would have been Dwenger's possession on the jump.
Yes.
But, you don't think about that. You're in the heat of battle, and you call that timeout.
Hunter Burns comes into the game again to play some hard-nosed defense, full court, try and get a quick steal. If you can't get a quick steal, commit a foul. He was able to turn over Zane Burke, go corral that loose ball, but unfortunately coming off the bench, not realizing that his team didn't have any timeouts remaining. Oh, that's so unfortunate for the Saints.
The 2 free throws there by Frankie Davidson pushes it back up to a 3-possession lead, and now Blackhawk gets the ball, and we are down to 20 seconds left in the ball game. Zane Burke pops open that time. Sordeley in the backcourt commits the foul. Unfortunately, that's 10 team fouls, and now will be the double bonus here for Zane Burke. We've got 2 shots coming up for the sophomore as Blackhawk pulls all their guys off the free throw line. And first one is good there by Burke.
Beautiful shot by Zane.
5 free throws down the stretch here so far by Burke. Chance to get 6 here.
Nice.
And he does. Very quiet ball game early on for Zane Burke, but he's hit some real key free throws here down the stretch. Smithy, penetration, pull-up, jump shot off the rim, no good. Caleb first with the board for Blackhawk. Gets it to Pulver, and I think that's going to be it. 8 seconds, 7-6, and Pulver is not going to shoot the ball, and I think we've reached the end of a very competitive ball game here on both sides. I think the crowd gives their appreciation to both teams. As our final score tonight, Blackhawk Christian 70, Bishop Dwenger 61. We'll be back to wrap things up here in just a minute on The Voice.
Looking for a wholesome place for your 7th grader to be active and meet with friends? Then bring your student to a wellness center in Delaware, Benton, or Wells County for a fun wellness center membership. At the Y, we help kids develop to their fullest potential through achievement, belonging, and character development, all while having a great time. We offer a free one membership to 7th graders during a time when we can benefit most. Just bring proof of residency and 7th grade status with you to sign up. We can't wait to meet you at the Y.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, FLW classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with training care available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great team.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son. So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Indiana who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis doesn't only improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and more friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love.
Tennis just gives me a little break. So when the new season begins, Josh isn't very well playing basketball. He's able to play. But we can see the difference in this game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Indiana, who do you meet? When you're working for an overall recycler with strong ties to our community, who are they? When you encounter a group of people eager to roll up their sleeves, who are you most likely to work with? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Taking an initiative, being a good teammate, sacrificing personal glory for the greater good. These are qualities we expect of our leaders. And they're all being cultivated in our high schools right here in Indiana. Question. So where are we for our leaders? Answer. High school sports. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Indiana, who are you meet? Answer. High school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. Where will we find some athletes? Answer. High school sports. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. The debate about sports specialization by high school athletes continues. Some argue that high school athletes who play one sport all year long have a better chance of landing a lucrative pro contract. But that's simply not true. 30 of the 32 first-round picks in last year's NFL draft played more than one sport in high school. Of the 42 players drafted, 22 also participated in high school track and field. 19 also played basketball. Some also played baseball and lacrosse. Let's think about the success for high school athletes here in Indiana, no matter what their goals might be. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, welcome back to Blackhawk Christian as we're here to wrap things up tonight. A run for your Blackhawk Christian Braves, 70-61, in a real hard-fought battle against the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Two evenly matched teams. Neither one of them could ever really find that long stretch of momentum tonight. Very evenly played, very aggressive. I mean, at times you almost felt like the officials were going to take the game away from the players, but they did keep things under control. Bishop Dwenger found themselves in foul trouble in the first half, and honestly, to begin the second half, the shoe was flipped. And, Blackhawk Christian was the first team to kind of find themselves in foul trouble at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, good point. Great point. I mean, there's lots of whistles tonight. Very extremely physical game. Hard fought by both teams without question. Yeah, it felt like the Saints were kind of like fighting that uphill battle all night long. I mean, it took them all of 3 minutes to have one of their starting players in Hoffman obtain 3 fouls and have to sit for the remainder of the first half. And they were battling foul trouble throughout the duration of the second half as well. And yeah, fortunately for the Braves, they're able to dig down, get some grit, and find a way to close this game out with a little bit of help from an unfortunate play down the stretch by the Saints.
Leading the Blackhawk Christian Braves in scoring tonight, the senior Frankie Davidson, all over the court all night.
Yeah.
31 points for Frankie Davidson. And, I mean, they went to the zone there in the second quarter, maybe in the beginning of the third quarter. Frankie's the one that forced him out of that zone because he would shoot over the zone and had 2 or 3 three-pointers over the zone that forced Dwenger to go back to man-to-man.
Hey, they were threes without question, but if he could have counted them as 4,
the Globetrotters would count them as 4. Yeah,
he was shooting from deep downtown, and you're absolutely right. With the size that Frankie has and the range that he possesses, going to a zone, I mean, it's just inviting Frankie to camp out on that right and left wing and to rise up over the top of it and splash it home. And yeah, fortunately for the Braves, he was able to connect on a few of those and force the Saints to go back to a man-to-man where, give credit to them, despite their foul trouble down the stretch, they really tried to close this out, and they really made a game of it.
16 points tonight for Caleb First. At the beginning of the game, a real concerted effort by Blackhawk to pound the ball inside to First and a little bit to Frankie Davidson, but especially First. And he went for a while without scoring until he picked up that first point on a free throw. But Caleb, made his presence known, obviously, on the defensive end of things, altered a few shots, even if he didn't block them. Mm-hmm. He certainly made guys change their path to the basket. Great game tonight by First with 16 points. Zane Burke with 13 points. Well, let me tell you, key down the stretch for Zane Burke. Yes. 6 free throws, didn't miss one down the stretch as we went to, kind of the hack-a-shack, for lack of a better term there. But, Dwenger had the foul, and Zane Burke, made him pay for it. He made them all.
Yeah, I tell you what, with games like these and the game last night where the Braves ended up crossing state lines and playing a squad over in Illinois and coming out with a close win. Games like these are like battle-tested games where, down the stretch, they're pressure-filled, pressure-packed, and you want to put your players and try and get them in position to kind of feel that pressure so that down the road, possibly as, tournament arrives, it's not going to be a foreign thing to them, and that's exactly what was taking place tonight. Every instance that the Braves were trying to claw away, the Saints were nipping at their heels and really put their feet to the fire and forced them to try and convert those free throws down the stretch with, fortunately for the Braves, Zane cool, calm, and collected at the line, and Frankie there to hit those last 2 technical free throws to really kind of seal the game for him. That's a huge asset when you're able to hit your free throws.
Yeah, it's key in any ball game, but you have a close ball game like this where anything can happen at any point in time. We talked about it, They make that play down here where they got the unfortunate technical foul. They were only down 5 at that time.
Oh, goodness.
They make that play. They get that ball back. They hit a 3. All of a sudden, you're down 2. And, there wasn't much time left on the clock. Granted, there was 30 seconds maybe on the clock at that time. But, that changed it. You feel so bad for the young man who called the timeout because in the heat of battle, that's what you do.
Absolutely.
That's what you're taught to do all the way through. And he just did what he was taught there.
Oh, no question.
But that really changed things right there at the end, and Frankie stepped up with the big free throws, and then Burke to seal it for Blackhawk. Those were the only guys in double figures for Blackhawk tonight. We also had 5 points for Abe Hicks, 3 points tonight from Marcus Davidson, and 2 points tonight from Michael Pulver to wrap up the scoring. For Bishop Dwenger, they were led in scoring by Matt Kachansky, and he had 19 points tonight, and he was huge down the stretch. He had 9 points there in that fourth quarter as Dwenger was trying to complete their comeback there. And Kachansky was really all over the court all night, a very big game for him.
Yeah, it absolutely was. We mentioned this at the onset of the broadcast as well, is that the Saints have a lot of gadget guys. A lot of guys who fill in kind of overlapping roles of sorts. Kamansky's a ball handler. Lytle's A hard-nosed, gritty ball handler, kind of sets the offense for him. Smythe's a skilled offensive player. Jared Lee, really impressed with him. His inside-outside game, he's able to hit a couple deep shots and try and pull Caleb away from the basket. But Kachansky, his floaters, he was able to kind of get into the lane and kind of sink it up over the top of the outstretched arms of Caleb First and other defenders, and being able to rise up from deep. It really showed some moxie there down the stretch, trying to keep the Saints within striking distance. Unfortunately, not enough tonight for them.
Also in scoring 13 points tonight for Brendan Lytle. We mentioned him a lot tonight. The sophomore kind of ran the point for a lot of the night, amongst many, as you mentioned, for the Saints. But Brendan Lytle's kind of that guy out there, and 13 points, a big night for him, including 3 3-pointers for the sophomore there. 11 points for Jared Lee. What a story for Lee. I mean, really kind of their inside enforcer, pounding the ball, pounding the boards inside there. He was one of the guys who escaped the foul trouble in the first half with 0 fouls in the first half. And all of a sudden came out, picked 3 quick ones up, and ended up fouling out. I mean, I think they really could have used him down the stretch there. But still an impressive game for Lee with 11 points.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw him all over the floor, whether he was rebounding, playing defense, slicing into the basket. He was broad-shouldered guy, really intense out on the floor, made his presence felt. You're absolutely right. He's able to escape foul trouble the first half, but the foul bug ended up picking on him in the second half, and late in the fourth quarter he ended up fouling out. Definitely could have used him down the stretch.
Hayden Smithy, their go-to guy coming into the ball game. He only had 2 first-half points. Did come out with 2 key 3-pointers there in that third quarter, and Smithy ended up with 8 points tonight. 4 points each for Kinder and Hoffman, and 2 points tonight for Sordelet. So that wrapped up the scoring. Bishop Dwenger actually outscored Blackhawk Christian in that last quarter. 20-17. So as they tried to take advantage of that there at the end, just came up a bit short. 70-61 again is your final score. That takes Dwenger to 7-5 on the season, and they have a conference matchup with Fort Wayne Southside at Southside coming up this Friday night. For Blackhawk Christian, it is homecoming. It's been Spirit Week all week at the school, and that'll continue for the rest of the week. And Saturday night, they have homecoming against Bethany Christian, and that game's at 7:30 for Blackhawk, who is now 13-2 on the season. They have rescheduled the 2 games that we missed because of the weather. Lakewood Park is home here, I believe, next Tuesday night. And then Bishop Luers is home here on February 2nd. And the varsity game there is, I believe, at 3:30 in the afternoon on Super Bowl weekend. So those 2 games have been rescheduled. Of course, plenty of good action in between there. Bethany Christian is the homecoming opponent this Saturday night. So obviously I know that Blackhawk would love to have all their alumni, friends, and fans to pack this place for homecoming on Saturday night. It's always a fun night. A couple years ago we got to see Mr. Suvar over here in action. I don't know if anything like that is cooking again this year. But, homecoming is fun. You never know what's going to happen.
That's right.
So it's a fun night here at Blackhawk Christian. So that's going to wrap it up for us on this Tuesday night. Got to get the kids home to homework and wrap things up here. So for Paul, I'm Brian. Thanks for joining us here on the Voice Network, and we'll join you again here Saturday night.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The pre-filming production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in one direction.